guys, welcome back to my channel. If you have not subscribed yet, or if you are new, please hit that subscribe button and your post notification bell in order to get all your latest topics on what I'm talking about, baby. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving, because by the time this drops, I think it's gonna be Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, you all. I hope you guys are all blessed. I hope you guys are eating out the food, the yams, potatoes, tomatoes, gram. What's that song?
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb.
Yes, I hope y'all are eating up all the things. Let's get into part 3 of Genesis. Today we're gonna be talking about Abraham, okay? And Abraham ain't just regular schmeggler name, okay? Abraham is that guy, okay? Abraham is the OGs of OGs. Abraham was before Jesus, before Moses. It was Abraham, okay? So let's jump right into it. So I'm gonna try to give you a little backstory so that you're not confused. First name was Abraham, his name was Abram, okay? So we gonna talk about Abram, but Abram is really Abraham, got it? And Sarah, before she became Sarah, her name was Sarai. God just started switching stuff up. So God comes to Abram, right? And he's like, listen, I need you to leave your country. You need to skedaddle because I'm about to make you a great nation. Okay, cool. He packs up his wife. He brings his nephew Lot with him because at the time his wife can't bear children. She's having some little womb issues, right? So she can't bear children. So Abram's like, cool, I'm gonna bring all my possessions, which at the time, possessions were referring to like cattle, goats, stuff like that. So they run into this land. As they settle down for a little bit after traveling, God comes to Abram, and Abram ends up building an altar where God speaks to him. I give you every single thing, but just Abram built altars, okay? Boom. So they landed on this land, right? But after some time of being there, a famine came. So now everybody's hungry. The cattle are hungry, the wife is hungry, Lot's hungry, the servants is hungry, everybody's hungry. So then Abram's like, all right, let's go into Egypt, because Egypt at the time, they got all the coins, okay? Egypt got the gold, the silver, the queens, the kings, the pharaohs. Before they got to Egypt, Abram was giving his family the game plan, okay? He called over his wife and he was like, Sarai, I need you to do me a favor. Before we go into the land of Egypt, I need you to tell the people that you are my sister, because you are so beautiful. I know as soon as they see you, they're going to kill me. As soon as they got to Egypt, the Pharaoh made direct eye contact with Sarai. He was like, oh, she bad. So then when they get to Egypt and they meet Pharaoh, Pharaoh instantly falls for Sarai, because like I said, she bad, right? She bad, right? So Abram was like, hey, this is my sister. So the Pharaoh was like, listen, if you can make your sister my wife and she can bear my children, come live with me, I'll give you all of this livestock, right? I'll give you all these cattle, blah, blah, blah. Sarai is over here like, I know this man is not about to give me to this Pharaoh. I know I'm not about to have his babies. Little did he know I can't even have babies, so joke's on you. So Pharaoh ends up taking Sarai to his house, you know, as his wife. And then the following night, I'm not sure if it was the following night or a couple nights later, I don't know, don't quote me, I'm not really with the time. So all I know is God came to Pharaoh in a dream, was like, you are sleeping with somebody else's wife, and for there you're gonna be sick, right? So Pharaoh ends up sick, like severely sick. So not only is he sick, like his whole country is sick, like all of Egypt gets sick. So then Pharaoh goes over to Abram, why didn't you tell me that she was your wife, bro? You got me sick, you got my people sick. Look at what's going on here. you take her, you take your possessions, you take all that, y'all just go. Y'all just gotta go. So then Abram's like, all right, we got caught, we gotta bounce. They got more servants, they got more people, they got more cattle. They got a nation walking with them, like they're walking with many countries. So, and then all of a sudden, Lot's people started getting into with Abram's people, and then it just was giving too much. So then Abram came to his son and is like, listen, we are family. Let's not have this beef. You go your way, I'll go my way. If you go east, I'll go west. Don't worry. They go their separate ways, having a ball, whatever. The place that Lot landed at though, right? He ended up in this place called Sodom with all his people and all his possessions and servants and wives or whatever the case, right? So then, but the king of that country was having beef with another king in another country, right? So they was going back and forth, fighting, all the things, and then the king from another country came over to the king of Sodom and they started winning. So then they got over on Sodom, they started kidnapping and taking prisoner all of their people. Now Lot is captured. A servant goes up and runs to him And he's like, Abram, they just kidnapped your son. They took him prisoner, him and all his possessions. They locked up. You gotta go get your boy. You gotta go get your nephew. They rescued Lot. They attacked them at night, and they ended up getting Lot out of there, coming back, whatever, right? Got all the prisoners. They won. The king of Sodom at the time, he wanted to repay back Abram. He was like, what can I give you? What can I repay you? So then Abram was like, nah, I'm cool, because I don't need you or anybody else going around saying that you made me rich. Like, I want people to know that God made me rich. God allowed me to win here today, and God is the one that should be praised, and he was the one that helped me. So it's cool, keep your stuff, you're welcome, but we out of here. Okay, now we gotta speed it up. This is where it gets juicy. This is where it comes some tea. This is where the little tea drippity drop. This is when the Bible really start getting good, right? This is when the Bible really start getting a little messy. So God comes to Abram in a vision, right? And he's like, listen, your name is now going to be Abraham, and your wife's name is going to be Sarah. I'm going to make you a great nation. They're going to be like enslaved for 400 years, but then they'll gain freedom and they'll own the land. Remember I said, he is the OGs of OGs. So God comes to him with this covenant in order to let him know that his descendants will have descendants. Like, he'll have so many people after him, he'll be famous. It's just the abundant amount of everything. And he also said that he was gonna have some sons, right? He's like your wife Sarah, she's gonna bear a child, right? So Abram's like, I don't know how this is possible because we're old, but you said it, you're gonna bless it, boom, all the things, right? That's what Abraham, right? Sarai, who is now Sarah, is feeling a kind of way because she's like, I don't know how God is telling my husband that he's gonna bear a great nation and have some babies, but like, I don't have babies, like I can't bear children. So like, how are we gonna have some babies? Like, I need to have a baby. So then Sarah goes ahead and she gives her servant Hagar. She's like, okay, Hagar, you go over there to my husband, and then you get pregnant, you have a baby, then you will give your baby to him, and then it will be his baby, and technically it will be my baby too because we married, and I will be my baby, and it will be a family, because then that'll be the baby of the great nation, right? Cool. She basically tells her husband to have sex with the servant and get her pregnant so that they can have a baby because she can't bear children, right? So then here's where it gets juicy. But when Hagar got pregnant, honey, let me tell you, when Hagar got pregnant, you couldn't tell her nothing. Because it's like, nah, I was serving you this whole time, being your little servant, and now I'm carrying God's covenant, and now she's walking around the house. So then Sarah ends up going to Abraham, and she's like, yo, what we gonna do? Like, she's out of control. Like, I understand she has your baby, but like, she's doing too much. She's doing way too much. So then Sarah, you know, at the end of the day, Hagar is still pregnant with the baby. So then Sarah just becomes abusive to Hagar to the point where Hagar can't take it. Like, she just runs away. She's like, no, I'm taking my baby. So then after Hagar leaves, she ends up, you know, settling somewhere outside of wherever she ran away from. And then an angel came to her and she's like, Hagar, I need you to go back. And then Hagar is like, why would I go back? Like, those people are crazy. Like, I'm not going back over there. The angel was like, no, I need you to go back over there because you are going to be a big family. Your son is going to do amazing things. I need you to go back and just deal with it for a little bit. Like, just deal with it for a little bit longer. And when you have the baby, I need you to call the baby Ishmael. That's what's gonna be his name. I know she's a mess. I know she's been popping off at the mouth. I know you're pregnant, your hormones is rising, I understand, but I just need you to go back and handle it just for a little bit more, okay? Because you're gonna have a great son, so just handle it. But she ends up going back, staying over there, has the baby. The baby is like around 13 at the time, and now Abram is 99 when God comes to him again. And God is basically telling him all the instructions on how to maintain his covenant with them, such as like circumcision, like you had to be circumcised. God in the beginning said that he was going to bless Sarah with a child, but Sarah got impatient, and that's why she sent over her little servant over there to have the baby, right? But now 13 years later, God is still going to keep his promise. Just because he didn't say it back then doesn't mean that the promise is dead, right? So God's like, listen, I didn't forget about what I said. Sarah's still gonna get pregnant, and her baby's gonna be named Isaac, and I'm gonna put a covenant over with him, and I'm gonna bless Ishmael too. Don't worry, everybody, both of your kids is gonna be good, but Isaac is gonna be the one. Let's just pause it right there. Let's just pause it right there. Let's just pause it right there, because it starts getting real juicy after this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying the story time. Comment below any stories specifically that you want to hear about the Bible. After I finish Genesis, I am open for suggestions. If you guys like Exodus, if you guys like Matthew, if you guys like, you know, whatever you want to know, let me know. Comment down below. Go tell your mother, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your baby cousin, your nephew, your niece, everybody, okay? To subscribe to Bree Vision. Until next time, guys. Peace.